Yes, but that. Well, let me slap the stream mark button. Yeah, that's. It's a good idea, but it would be one thing if there were, you know. I'm trying to like formulate. I'm so tired. The issue with that, although a good idea, is that it's addressing an issue that isn't there right now, which is a higher ranked player could just challenge all the low ranked players that they want. There's already an incentive for lower ranked players to challenge higher ranked players.
Shit.
Ooh, ReapeR just taking points. Oh my, indeed. Let me just spectate this for just a tiny bit. Let's see if the Squiddy can get back here. Ooh. That one going on to the right. But yeah, so there's already an incentive for lower ranked players just to play in general, which is they get double points for every person in a higher rank that they beat. But, you know, the question becomes why would a lower ranked player or more so a player that knows that they can't beat someone in a higher rank, why would they challenge them? Because then you're just gonna lose.
It's over.
I think that the real answer to the issue of some players, and I won't name names, but I will name myself actually. You know, I think that having special conditions on a time slot, like for example, time slot where only mini boss, anyone with a boss status can play, but it gives double points out the gate. I think that probably is what it's going to end up being. But you know, the other thing too is that, you know, kind of like how it was before where you had to challenge somebody in order to play against that person. You know, it's just too much additional effort, you know? Heck, even in my explanation of this event, I usually don't even bring up the fact that challenges are a thing. But I like the idea of... Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Alright. Alright. Here's a good idea. So... let's move away from the thought of challenges. Let's move to the thought of a grudge match, which is really what they're called in the code, right? And that, honestly, is because this was originally going to... before I had the term fight nights, I had the term, like, grudge matches or something like that. But the idea was that, you know, and that kind of carries over to the fact that when you accept challenges, you accept them on a channel called the grudge list, right? But what if that was automatic? You already know who you have a grudge against. If someone beat you in the last round, or in the last week's gameplay, being that you can only get one unique match a week, you know, that's already kind of a grudge match when you play him again. Also, Squiddy taking 3 points here on ReapeR. We might see a round 3. Ooh, but ReapeR's picking up quite a bit of strikes. It's much harder for Squiddy to use his tempo-based play style here because ReapeR also is another one of those players that really takes advantage of the tempo. I would say the difference between these two players is that ReapeR's gonna use it more defensively, while Squiddy uses his tempo way more offensively. Oh, and ReapeR taking his 3rd point there. But yeah, so basically, what if it worked like this? You play someone 1 week, and then if that same match occurs the next week and you win, you get an additional point there. So it gives the incentive, A, for people to come back every week, which is great. Oh, and wait, and Squid ranking round 2. All right. Yeah, and then it's automatic. You know, again, like with the time with requesting the matches, that was just too many moving parts. You know, so having it be automatic in that you just sign up and you check in, and then, you know, it automatically calls the matches for you. That I think is important. But when I think about the balance of this event, I think that there should be a maximum of 4 points that you can get in one match, right? And that would be 2 for a higher rank, 2 for a 1 point for just a win, 1 point for winning a challenge, and then those points both get doubled. Not including the win streak, because that's something different. So yeah, so if it was automatic, and you could still have the messages pop up in chat of, you know, oh, this is a grudge match. You know, Squiddy lost this match last week. And then if Squiddy comes back and wins that match this week, then, you know, all of a sudden he gets the double points, and it's sort of on the other person's foot to then come back and play again. So you only get and in that way too, it almost becomes, you know, if a higher ranked player gets beat by someone at a lower rank, they'll still get bonus points if they win the match next week, but those points won't be doubled. So that actually is a good idea. That's probably how it's going to end up working. And I think there should be a betting system. Dang! Squiddy on... Oh, well. As soon as I say something. Squiddy was on 30 strikes there. But, he cashed them in for a point. Ooh. He's doing a good job He's doing a really good job, actually, at building back up these strikes. Getting past ReapeR's defenses. Ooh. Ooh! Oh, and ReapeR taking his second point.
What a fucking game! So sicko mode.
Sicko. Alright, come on, Squiddy. I believe in you. Shit, I should not say that if I want him to win. Let me just compliment ReapeR real fast. ReapeR's doing such a good job at dodging. Whoa, he's doing such a good job at dodging. Oh, I really thought that he was gonna get hit there because I complimented him. Fuck. I've got to compliment him harder. More power. All right. Well, let's take a look at ReapeR's special sauce. Let's see what he's doing here. You're seeing a lot of, compared to the meta of this event, like what you usually see, you see a lot more slower shots out of ReapeR. Shots that hit more walls, that take more time to travel to the opposite side of the screen. Now, the benefit that this gives him is that it sort of doesn't necessarily perpetually put him on the defensive, but it means that his... Ooh, and Squiddy taking a second point there. See, as soon as I start complimenting him, it sort of puts him on the defensive. And not necessarily in the fact that he'll know what his opponent's throwing, but his opponent is forced to make the decision of either holding their shield and waiting for ReapeR to get the ball, or just throwing the ball blindly, and then ReapeR knows what the opponent's ball is doing and can thus react to it a little bit better. Ooh! Now, how does this play into beta? Squiddy's strategy is a good thing to analyze, because Squiddy also using a little bit of a tempo-based strategy here. But it's denying him the chance of doing the sort of reflect combo that he's used so much against other people. Because with a longer shot, he's sort of forced to either have a longer shot himself with the reflect attached to it, which means that he's going to be getting his ball back later than his opponent, which is what he doesn't want. He wants to get it before and sort of do the same thing that ReapeR's doing, just a little bit more offensively. Squiddy taking his third point here. Ooh, all right, we got ourselves a game. Okay, he's using it. He used it there, though, and got a strike from it. So it's not him using his sort of reflection, tempo locking strategy. Ooh, that one went right underneath him. Ooh. Ooh. You can see ReapeR waiting. See, that's the perfect example of why their strategies are entirely different. When they're holding, who's the first one to throw? It's Squiddy. He's the one who's overall more offensive in this case. I don't know if that's an advantage, to be perfectly honest with you. But it certainly is sort of two sides of the same coin, two sides of the same strategy here. Ooh. He's getting pretty cocky there. Oh no.
Let's go!
Ah, let's go! And Squiddy taking the win. What a beautiful match.
Oh, what a fucking game. I was expecting to lose.